What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to talk about a type of film that obviously, if you've watched my channel for a long time, is my favorite type of movie to talk about, a coming-of-age rom-com. Nah, I don't normally talk about these movies a lot. I do enjoy one every now and again, and I thought I would give this one a go. And the film I'll be talking about today is Crush, streaming on Hulu. Crush is directed by Sammi Cohen. When an aspiring young artist is forced to join her high school track team, she uses it as an opportunity to pursue the girl she's been harboring a long time crush on. But she soon finds herself falling for an unexpected teammate and discovers what real love feels like. We've seen this movie before 1,000 times. Your stereotypical love triangle film, but with a more inclusive twist on it, being that the love triangle is all women, which was really cool to see, and to see the diversity of the cast members. I was really excited to watch this film, and it was a harmless, fun, teen, coming-of-age drama, romance, comedy. I enjoyed watching for the most part. It falls trope to like 1,000 things that movies have done for years and years and years and years, but it has enough moments in it that I feel like give it merit to sit through and watch, where it takes some different spins that I wasn't expecting and that I enjoyed a little bit more. I think that it gets a little too bogged down with the multiple plot lines that are going through. You have this introduction of King Pun, who is a person in the school who is graffiti tagging these pun art graffiti on the wall. Our lead character, Paige, played by Rowan Blanchard, is an artist, and she lives with her mom, who is this very inclusive, caring, loving, single mom who is not in a relationship, chose not to be in a relationship, and had a child when she was very young, and is very sex positive, really over the top when it comes to that stuff, which has some charming, fun moments in it. Some of it's a little heavy-handed. When it comes to a movie like that, someone's putting themselves into it, I imagine it's hard not to come off heavy-handed. It's enjoyable to see their two interactions together. And the mom's played by Megan Mullally, who is Nick Offerman's wife, and I think she's hilarious in everything that she's in. She does her typical over-the-top shtick in this movie that I really enjoyed. They live together, and she's an artist, and she wants to go to Cal Arts, the California Art School. And so the school all thinks that she is this graffiti artist, but she is not. And so you have that playing through with this love triangle element of her being in love with this girl, Gabby, who's the most popular girl in school, and she wants to have a relationship with her. She's known her since she was very young. They were in class together. So then you have the introduction of this character, AJ, played by Auliʻi Cravalho, which I'm sure I butchered that name, but she was in Moana and has an incredible singing voice, and she's a really great actress. She was actually my favorite actress in this film. I felt like she gave a really fantastic performance. I thought the dynamic that she had with our lead character, Paige, was really good. And yeah, so you have the King Pun plotline intermingled with the plotline of this love triangle. Our lead character, Paige, gets mistaken by the principal for King Pun and is told that she can't be vouched for because she doesn't do extracurricular activities, which was kind of stupid. I don't feel like there's a school that would do that, especially the reason why she gets accused is so baseless and dumb. But she has to join the track team, which is where she meets AJ. So you have this whole thing of she doesn't really want to do this thing, but then she gets close to this person, and then amidst all the love triangle and that going on, she wants to go to this Cal Art School, and she's trying to work on this art piece. And so you have a lot of stuff going on that I feel like that's where the movie falls on its face a little bit, is it has a hard time juggling all these plot points to where the King Pun thing gets pushed back for so long, and then it comes into play, and it's just something to add entertainment value to the movie, which I don't really care. It's a cute little movie that has some fun moments. There's a line that made me laugh so hard. Some of you may know this from watching my channel. I don't know if I've explicitly talked about it a whole lot, but Phoebe Bridgers is my favorite artist working today. I love her music. I think that she's so talented. I saw her in a tiny venue with a couple hundred people, and I was listening to Stranger in the Alps when it came out and just absolutely loved it. And I followed her over the years, and I just think that she is so talented. And there's a line about Phoebe Bridgers in this movie about staying up late and listening to her music 8 hours long, and Paige's friends she only has 2 records. And I'm thinking, you see me so clearly. That part was really entertaining, and there's a lot of fun moments like that in the movie. There's a lot of play into the indie music scene into this film, which I thought was interesting because there's not a lot of it in the soundtrack itself. I feel like the soundtrack felt to me more like a lot of like pop music, where like she's in a girl in red shirt at one point. There's a couple different like characters who have these like indie artists on there who are a lot of times mentioned in the LGBTQ community, which I thought was cool. But I thought that if they would have done more of a better job licensing that music specifically, I think there's one girl in red song in the movie that's actually used. But I think I would have liked the movie even more if it kind of dived heavier into that indie music scene, and that played a little bit more of a role into it, because clearly the director is a fan of that genre and likes to mention that in the dialogue. So yeah, other than that, there's some interesting editing choices in this movie that I actually was pretty appreciative of. Rather than your formulaic rom-com, they did some interesting things with the camera and some cool transitions that I actually liked quite a bit. It's a very like heavily saturated film, like very colorful, playful, enjoyable, and yeah, it was an hour and a half runtime, and I thought that it was fun and entertaining, despite its many problems and tropes that it falls into. I still thought that it was an enjoyable experience that was worth watching. So have you seen Crush? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this was an entertaining film for what it was. As always, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new videos. I typically release a video to 2 videos a week, and I look forward to getting more out there for you. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your